505 confirmed kills in 100 days. One person, one rifle, no telescopic sight. The Red Army mobilized entire counter-sniper units, called in artillery barrages, offered rewards, all to kill one man, and he was only one of the 12. What separates the deadliest snipers in history from everyone else? Simo Häyhä, the White Death, the deadliest sniper in military history. You don't wake up a sniper, you wake up a hunter. 3 in the morning. Finnish winter, November 1939, minus 40 degrees Celsius, total darkness. You don't grab a rifle with a telescopic sight, you grab a Seiko M/28-30, iron sights. Because telescopic sights fog in extreme cold, because scopes require a higher head position, expose you. Scope glass reflects sunlight, gives you away to the enemy. You're 5'3" tall. This isn't a disadvantage, it's an advantage. You disappear into snow holes that larger men can't fit into. Before dawn, you prepare your position. You pack compacted snow around you, absorbs the muzzle blast, hides the smoke. You put snow in your mouth, hold it, because your breath turns to vapor in the cold. Vapor gives you away. You wear full white camouflage. The Red Army doesn't have it. They appear as dark spots on the snow. You can estimate distance up to 150 meters with a 1 meter margin of error. No rangefinder. Just hunting experience. You don't shoot and leave. You stay from 3 a.m. until after sunset. 12, 15, 18 hours motionless in the cold. 100 days of combat. You kill 505 Soviet soldiers. That's 5 kills per day, every day, for over 3 months. In extreme cold, the Red Army gives you a nickname, Belaya Smert, White Death. They mobilize entire counter-sniper teams to hunt you, call artillery barrages on suspected positions. March 6th, 1940. An explosive bullet hits your face, destroys half your jaw. Soldiers put you on the corpse pile. Someone notices signs of life. You survive. When asked how you became so effective, you answered, practice. You lived to 96, died in 2002. Francis Pegahmagabow, the prototype of the modern scout sniper. First World War, almost no breaks, 378 confirmed kills, plus 300 prisoners captured. You don't use a telescopic sight. Ross rifle, iron sights, 303 British. But you don't stay in a fixed position like other snipers. You crawl into no man's land, alone. At night, artillery craters, chlorine gas, machine guns, you bury yourself. You wait, with hunter's patience. Ojibwe hunting skills that military training can't replicate. Ypres, April 1915, you survived the first chlorine gas attack in history. You're not just a sniper, you're a scout too. You infiltrate enemy lines, gather intelligence, return, and then shoot. This didn't exist before. You're creating scout-sniper doctrine. Dual role that will define snipers for the next 100 years. Battle of the Scarp. Your company was surrounded, out of ammunition. You cross open ground, under fire, alone. Retrieve supplies from no man's land. You save the unit. Military medal plus 2 bars. Only 39 Canadians in history received this. You're the most decorated Indigenous soldier in Canadian military history. You served through Ypres, Somme, Passchendaele, and Scarp, the worst battles of the war, and survived. Ivan Mikhailovich Sidorenko, the most verified Soviet sniper in history. You don't start as a sniper. You're a member of a mortar company, but you demonstrate exceptional accuracy. You teach yourself to shoot. Eastern Front, 1941. You don't just kill, you study. Patrol timings, supply routes, officer movements. You set ambushes based on predictable behaviour. Your rifle is a Mosin Nagant M 1891/30 with a PU 4x scope. You use incendiary ammunition, destroy a German tank and 3 tractors, all in a single mission. Snipers aren't just for personnel, they're for high-value targets. 349 confirmed kills by May 1st, 1943, documented in your war diary. But here's what separates you. You train over 250 snipers during active combat. You don't hoard knowledge, you multiply. Your cadre training system becomes the model for Soviet sniper schools. June 1944. Hero of the Soviet Union. Your legacy isn't just kills, it's doctrine. Fyodor Matthäus Okhlopkov, the sniper who was forgotten on purpose. You have no family, orphaned at 12, Siberian wilderness. You survive by hunting, alone. Skills developed in absolute survival. Eastern Front, 1941 to 1944, 429 confirmed kills with sniper rifles. Mosin Nagant with PU scope. Your commanders notice something. You rarely need a second shot. 1 shot, 1 kill. Devastating accuracy. June 1944. Your commanding officer nominates you for Hero of the Soviet Union. The nomination is downgraded. Order of the Red Banner. Lesser award. Why? Ethnic discrimination against indigenous Yakuts. Soviet Union doesn't want a Yakut as national hero. You were wounded 12 times during the war. A severe chest wound ends your service, but no hero medal. May 6, 1965, 21 years after the original nomination, the Soviet government finally grants you Hero of the Soviet Union. Posthumous recognition that should have come in 1944. Matthäus Hetzenauer, the deadliest verified Axis sniper in history. You have 10 months of active combat and 345 confirmed kills. Germany is collapsing. Wehrmacht in retreat. Your job, target Soviet officers and machine gun crews. Your weapons, Carabiner 98K with 6 times telescopic sight, and Gewehr 43 with ZF4 4 times scope. You prefer the bolt-action K 98K because the discipline of single shots produces better accuracy. Every shot must count. Your 1,100-meter confirmed kill pushes the boundaries of World War II technology. This requires precise elevation and windage calculation. No modern ballistic computers, just math, experience, and instinct. May 1945, captured by Soviet forces. POW camps. 5 years. You return to Austria, work as a carpenter. Quiet, not talking about war. April 1945, Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross. October 2004, you die. 84 years old. Lyudmila Pavlichenko, the deadliest female sniper in history. Eastern Front, 1941 to 1942. 2 of the war's most brutal sieges, 187 kills at Odessa, 122 kills at Sevastopol, 309 confirmed. Mosin Nagant M8091 with PEM telescopic sight. Soviet Union deployed approximately 2,000 female snipers. Only 500 survived the war. Of your 309 kills, 36 are enemy snipers. This isn't shooting a common soldier. This is a duel. You wait days, outthinking, because if you miss first, you die. German forces try to bribe you. We'll give you chocolates and make you a German officer. Doesn't work. Then they threaten. We'll tear you into 309 pieces. Doesn't work either. June 1942, wounded by mortar shrapnel, withdrawn from combat. Propaganda tour. You become the first Soviet citizen received by a US president. You prove something impossible to deny. Gender isn't a barrier to lethal effectiveness in combat. Josef Sepp Allerberger, the innovator of improvised field camouflage. Eastern Front, 1943 to 1945, 257 confirmed kills. Your first 27 kills, a captured Soviet Mosin Nagant 9130 with PU scope. You use enemy weapons because they work. Later, Carabiner 98K and Gewehr 43 with German optics. You're not dogmatic about equipment, you're pragmatic. You create the umbrella technique. Simple concept, genius execution. You remove cloth from an umbrella frame, weave foliage through the spokes. Result, portable, adaptable concealment. Can be quickly changed for different environments. Forest, field, urban, doesn't matter. This becomes a template for improvised field camouflage, taught in sniper schools for decades after. Your personal rules. Never fire at unidentified targets. Maintains concealment. Only fire once per position. Prevents counter-sniper triangulation. No compassion for the enemy. Survival mindset. Controversially, you sometimes shoot at the stomach, not centre mass. Why? Prolonged screaming. Demoralization. Breaks attacks through psychological warfare. It's not about killing quick. It's about breaking enemy morale. Knight's Cross. Returned to Austria as a carpenter. Dies 2010. Carlos Norman Hathcock, the father of modern American sniper doctrine. Vietnam, 1966 and 1969. Your confirmed kills, 93. But wait, that doesn't tell the real story. Vietnam had different confirmation rules. You needed third-party officer verification, plus spotter confirmation. You operate alone or in pairs, in the middle of the jungle, behind enemy lines. Officer isn't there, so it doesn't count. You grab a Browning M2.50 cal heavy machine gun. You mount an 8x inertial scope on a custom bracket. People say, that's a machine gun, not a precision rifle. You shoot a target at 2,500 yards. Confirm the kill. You just proved 50 Browning machine gun works for precision sniping. This concept evolves into today's .50 cal anti-material rifles. You didn't just invent a shot, you invented a category. You wear a white feather in your hat. Why? PSYOPs. Deliberate psychological warfare. You want the Viet Cong to know who you are. You want enemy counter-snipers to hunt you. Because when they hunt you, they come out of cover and you kill them. Duel with NVA counter-sniper. Codename Cobra. both hunting each other. You see him, reflection from his scope. You shoot. The bullet enters through the lens of his telescopic sight, travels the full length of the scope, hits his eye. Shot that should be impossible, but it happened. 1969. Vehicle you're in drives over a £500 mine. This ends your combat service, but doesn't end your impact. You help establish Marine Corps Scout Sniper School at Quantico. You develop curriculum still used today. Carlos Hathcock Range Complex at MCAS Miramar bears your name. Vasily Grigorievich Zaitsev, the face of Soviet sniper warfare at Stalingrad. You know the story. Film Enemy at the Gates. Duel with Major Koenig, a master German sniper sent to kill you. No evidence of Koenig existing, but your verified accomplishments are substantial. Problem, probably fiction, propaganda. Stalingrad, brutal urban warfare. You don't have the luxury of forest concealment. You work in destroyed buildings, sewers, factory ruins. Each engagement can turn into a close quarters fight. Your weapon? Mosin Nagant M189-130 with PU-4X scope. January 1943, a mortar shrapnel hits you. Temporarily blinded. You recover and return to combat until 1945. Your real contribution? A tactical system. The Sixes, sniper teams in 3 two-man positions, covering large areas and frequent position changes after a few kills. You train Zaychata, little hares. Your trainees collectively achieve 6,000 plus kills. February 1943, hero of the Soviet Union. Memoirs become foundational texts for Soviet sniper doctrine. 2006, body reinterred at Mamayev Kurgan Memorial at Volgograd. Billy Singh, the assassin of Gallipoli. First World War, Gallipoli Campaign, 1915 Western Front. 150 confirmed kills at Gallipoli alone. Estimates reach 300 total. Short magazine Lee Enfield, Mk3. Iron sights. You operate from Chatham's Post. Brutal conditions, extreme heat, constant threat from Turkish snipers, disease and limited supplies. But you have an advantage others don't, a team. You work with observers Ayon Jack Idris and Tom Sheehan. They use periscopes to locate Turkish snipers while you stay concealed. They spot, you engage. Turkish forces send a counter-sniper specifically to kill you, Abdul the Terrible. Days of stalking, both hunting each other. Then in September 1915, you kill Abdul. One of the best documented sniper duels in history. Turkish forces become so aware of you that they specifically target your position. Wounded multiple times. Gas exposure on the Western Front. Distinguished Conduct Medal, Belgian Croix de Guerre. But you proved teamwork better than solo operation. Two-man teams became standard because you demonstrated effectiveness. Christopher Scott Kyle, America's deadliest sniper. You're not in a Finnish forest, not in trenches. You're on a rooftop. Ramadi, Iraq, 2006. 160 confirmed kills by the Pentagon. You don't use one rifle, you use a system. Macmillan TAC-338 for long range. Mk13 Mod 5, SR-25, and Mk12. You switch rifles based on mission profile. Battle of Ramadi 2006, 91 confirmed kills. You systematically eliminate insurgent leadership, IED teams, and fighters threatening Marines below. Iraqi insurgents put a bounty on your head, $80,000, highest of any American service member in Iraq. Your notoriety becomes a psychological weapon. Insurgents know, operating in Kyle's area, invisible, persistent threat. You write the first official Navy SEAL sniper manual. You serve as chief instructor for SEAL sniper training. Your autobiography, American Sniper, brings sniper warfare to mainstream consciousness. 2013, you're at a shooting range in Texas, helping a veteran with PTSD. Ex-Marine Eddie Ray Ruth. He kills you and your friend Chad Littlefield, the America's deadliest sniper, killed at a shooting range, trying to help another veteran. Charles Benjamin Mawhinney. The Marine Corps record that nobody knew existed until 1991. Vietnam, 1968. You don't seek fame, you do your job. 103 confirmed kills, deadliest USMC sniper in history. But nobody knows, because you don't talk about it. Your achievements are only verified through Marine Corps archives in 1996, 27 years later. You master a new technology, night vision. NPVS-2 Starlight Scope amplifies ambient light, allows night operations that previous generations couldn't attempt. February 14th, 1969. You encounter an NVA platoon crossing a river near Da Nang, hidden position on a peninsula. 16 NVA soldiers, 16 headshots. Your M40 rifle with Redfield scope is at the National Museum of the Marine Corps. Strider Knives produces a blade with your signature, given to top graduates of Scout Sniper School. You prove something important. Effectiveness doesn't need fame, and deadliest doesn't need headlines. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.